Alright everybody, it's Philly Kuts with another Wednesday, the best day, the hump day, the new comic book release day. And I got a big stack this week from Marvel, DC, Black Mask, Dark Horse, etc. We got a big stack to get through, and not only that, but we also have for the Xbox One a bonus unboxing of Batman 3 Beyond Gotham for the Xbox One. I believe this was a Target exclusive, and it actually has a bonus mini Batwing. Okay? But what is up with no Harley Quinn on the front, man? I mean, come on. Come on. She's in the back in a little jester outfit, but come on. No Harley Quinn on the front. Where's the love? Where's the love for Harley Quinn? Alright, so stay tuned for that. Heads up, I do have a gaming channel where I put up playthroughs. Nobody watches it. I don't expect too much out of it. It's called Oh New Retro Gaming Cuts. I'm currently playing The Evil Within. So if you want to check any of that out and see some really crap-tastic gameplay, because I put the This Is How You Don't Play and the This Is How You Don't Play. If you want to watch that, let me know. And I do it with commentary, so. And I have meltdowns and stuff because I get real frustrated. But anyway, let's get started with the stack. Amazing Spider-Man number, 10. 10. And the Spider-Verse saga continues. Remember, if you only want to get the main gist of the story, the main storyline, just buy the Amazing Spider-Man issues. I think you'll be okay. Basically, there's this group called the Inheritors, the Moreland family clan, and they want to take out all the Spider-Men in the universe, and women. They want to eat them and stuff. They're hungry. They want to eat them. So all the Spider-Mans got to band together. Peter Parker, I guess from our universe, is going to be selected most likely to be the leader of these spiders. And they got to beat these Inheritors. Great cover. Really tempting. This may be the cover of the week. And just great artwork. Great coloring by Justin Ponzer. He recently did the Death of Wolverine series. Oliver Copel is the penciler. And just really great looking stuff so far. There's one of the baddies there. They're kind of like vampires, dude. They are kind of like vampires. Kind of like an overweight Keanu Reeves, sorta. Sorta, you know? But really great artwork, great coloring. It really pops out at you. Here's some more of the Spider-Men and women. They're hanging out in this safe zone area, and they're like debating out like who should be the leader, whatever, what they need to do, what needs to get done. Apparently, our Peter Parker from our universe, they want to select him because he's actually defeated one of the Inheritors, and it gives you a little summary in the back. But again, you really don't need to get the other issues. I mean, if you want to get the whole thing, it is 20 issues, people. It is 20 issues. Now, I've bought every one so far. You can skip, okay? And I can say that confidently. You can skip Spider-Verse Team Up 1 and even Spider-Verse number 1. They're just like collections of small stories featuring the various spiders featured in these issues. So, so far, everything that I've read, it's been like diarrhea, you know? It's been like gone in my eyes and just out my ears, man, if that makes any sense. Like, no memorable stories in any of those at all. So I'd say skip it. However, the one crossover that you may need to get is Spider-Verse, Spider-Woman number 1. And this is, who is this? Jessica Drew? Oh my god, I was going to say Nancy Drew. Whoa. Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, former agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., former Avenger. She's been around. She's the OG Spider-Woman. She teams up with Silk in this episode, episode. Pretty good so far with what I'm looking at, and I'm really enjoying the coloring in this one, too, who's Frank D'Armata, and he's doing some really interesting stuff like the muted hues here, as you can see, with little nice bits of purple. It's pretty cool. I pretty like it. I like it a lot, actually. It's a very unique look. Very muted, very cool color palette. But I haven't read the issue yet, so I don't really know too much about it. There is a lot of controversy about one of the variant covers, Spider-Woman. Check it out. They have her in a very, like, sexy, they're calling it a sexist position. It's like a porn position. She's on, like, all fours. But, she's a Spider-Woman. They make all these, crazy body positions. So do the males, right? Peter Parker is always contorted in some crazy way. But apparently, Marvel buckled under the pressure on the variant cover, so where her butt is, just imagine her like sprawled out, butt way up in the air. They put the Spider-Woman logo like over it, over like the crack and the butt cheeks. I don't know. Check that out. Just look it up. Look it up and you'll see. Batman Eternal. Hush has been cashing in on Batman's, weapon stashes around the city, and he's been blowing them up, causing Batman a lot of problems with the po-po. Batman may be starting to be accused by the commissioner and whatnot, the mayor, that he may be behind this stuff, behind the explosions. So pretty cool. And there's an interesting battle in here. It takes up about 3 pages, and it's with a riot cop. Look at that. I never knew that Batman's biggest enemy was going to be someone from the riot police. So that's kind of weird, interesting. I don't know, however you want to put it. So far, I'm sticking with this weekly series. It's $2.99. Every other Batman title seems to be $4. They have bi-weekly titles, they have weekly titles, monthly titles. I'm buying way too much Batman. I'll just leave it at that. I'm doing about like 3 or 4 now. Here's another one. Batman, Superman, the Nemesis Objective. Interesting story. I've just leafed through it. There seems to be this invisible force causing massive destruction in the cities. And there's clues being left of kryptonite. So who is it? Who is it? And here's, some interesting stuff right in the beginning. So spoiler alert. They're saving whales, man. They're helping out people. They're saving whales, making people feel good, making the public feel good. And then all of a sudden, terror strikes. Terror strikes, and what happens? The whales! Oh no! Call Greenpeace, people. Blood in the water. Nasty, nasty stuff. So, pretty interesting issue. Lots of crazy stuff happens in here. The artwork is great. There's actually a new artist on this series. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. I gotta start putting sticky notes on these damn comics, man, so that I don't hold you guys up here. That's why these run so long, because I gotta take notes. But there's a new artist on this comic right now. It's still being written by Pack. Adrian Syaf. S-Y-A-F. I can't pronounce it. But really cool stuff. And they also did the cover, too, which is excellent. And this is definitely in the running for cover of the week. I really like that. Really like that cover. That is a sweet cover. Hellraiser Bestiary, number 4 of 6. You get 3 stories in every issue. One ongoing story called The Hunted. These mercenaries have been hired by someone in the church. I'm going to leave it at that. To get Pinhead's pins, 100,000 smackaroonies a pin. And if you've been reading the story, Pinhead gets pretty messed up. But he collects himself, and he's gonna collect, dude. I would not want to be these guys once Pinhead gets his shit together. Because there will be hell to pay. And the other stories look pretty good, too. It's kind of like a classic Hellraiser story, and the Cenobites, which is Pinhead's crew, are reunited again in classic form. There they all are. You got Chatterer, female Cenobite, Butterball. There's Pinhead. I mean, they're all together, back in action again. And I love this series, man, because they always give like little tidbits of the rules of hell. You know, in hell, in this universe, it is all about order. You would think that it was really about chaos, maybe that hell would be chaotic, but it's really all about the order. And they always give you like tidbits of what these rules are. You know, if you read that panel there, young girl opens the box. She's a young teenager, and Pinhead kind of gives it a rundown there. If you can read it, I know it's blurry. But basically, she's an innocent. They can't do anything to her. They can't torture her like they normally do. There's rules. All right, God Killer. God Killer number 2. Boy, I think his name is Tommy. He needs a heart for his 14-year-old sister. And this opens up, man, this is explicit. I mean, they have like, it's like porn. I thought I was reading this and it was like hentai porn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen this in a comic book because I've never been interested in that kind of stuff. So I didn't really know. You know, I just kind of thought I enjoyed issue number 1, so I just grabbed number 2 off the shelf. It wasn't in the explicit section of the comic book shop, which, you know, I'll get to that because there's another comic in here too where I think that they should be moving it over to the explicit, you know, mature section. But basically, and if you're familiar with this series, and I'm not, I just started it, but apparently there's a character in here who's like a sex slave or something, or a prostitute. Her name's Half Pipe. And she starts getting it on with this other female called Angel, boop, F-U-C, boop, Angel, you know. And basically there's this doctor that's paying for their services, and they do like a little show for him. And kind of, you know, licky, 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 licky. Long story short, Tommy, or whatever the protagonist's name is, hiding under the table. These two females off the doctor and then steal his organs. They're like organ stealers. So apparently in this world there's a huge black market for organs. Hence, you know, Tommy needs a heart for his 14-year-old sister. So he kind of sees this happening. They discover him, and then he has to try to get his way out of it and maybe try to rustle up a heart with these two organ stealers. And he gets taken to the outer limits, which I guess is a very, you know, the outer city rather. And I guess that's a very, very rough place. But here's, you know, some of the PG panels. But it has a very, very somber, you know, look to it. Very, very, like, autumnal color palette. Very dark and bleak, which is one of the reasons why I like it. I'm enjoying the whole look of the comic very much. But man, it is smutty. I mean, there's breasts in here. I mean, I don't think I can show you. Whoops. I gotta find a page here that doesn't have breasts. I think every page that Half Pipe is on. Oh, nope, here's one. You know, and they kind of look very like Harley Quinn-esque. Or like the Bratz. You know those dolls, the Bratz? Anyway. Now, Terminal Hero, another comic that I think needs to get put over in the mature section at my comic book shop. I mean, this is just like, you know, you open this up and there's all kinds of crazy mature themes in here. I mean, you have stuff talking about like child molestation, self-harm, okay, like body mutilation, cutting, there's a gay sex in here too. This is guy on guy in this one. All kinds of crazy stuff. Basically, this is about a guy who had cancer, and there's a couple other characters who've had cancer. They get treated with this special treatment. It's called Treatment Q. and there's side effects from it. And some of the side effects are, superpowers and abilities. And basically, this guy has just been, he's not like a very redeeming protagonist. It's very challenging in that regard, and that's why I keep giving this a chance. I keep giving it a chance, too, because it's from, the covers. I'm loving the covers. And it's from one of my favorite cover artists who won Cover of the Week last week, if you recall. This is the same guy. It's, it's It's Jay Lee, okay? That's the cover artist. I love his work. I mean, he just does great stuff. I just love the look of his covers. And also, Peter Kowalski is the artist in here. Peter Milligan, the writer, I don't know. It's almost too much shock value. Right in the opening page, I mean, you see like 4-letter words and disturbing references. But I love the artwork of Peter Kowalski. I mean, look at how sinister that woman looks. I don't know if I just mentioned it, but Peter Kowalski is also doing the artwork for the Nightbreed series. But really, this is out in general population, in the wild, next to, Batman comics, next to Spiderman comics. So, I mean, it's just out in the general population, and I really think that they gotta move it over to the mature section, man. They gotta keep it under wraps. It's just my opinion, man. Alright, Predator. Written by Joshua Williamson. Nailbiter, Ghosted, Birthright. So this, just like King Midas, as I was told, everything he touches turns to gold. Good story. I still think the Prometheus storyline in the Fire and Stone series, like I said, 4 different comics, over 16 issues. We're about at the halfway point now with these. This is Predator number 2 of 4. I think they've already put out, about 8 issues now in this 16-issue series. Actually, even more. I think 9. So we're 9 issues in. So we're more than halfway done. Basically, the character here, I forget his name. The main character here is hightailing it out of this planet called, what is it? It's like LV-223 or something. Anyway, he's hottailing it out of there to escape an alien presence and engineers, and there's all kinds of shit going on. There's this guy who took this drug, the accelerant, which is morphing him into all 3 of these beings, alien, predator, engineer. He's all screwed up. Anyway, and I'm reading here. A predator stows away on a ship and says, in his own Predator language, which is also interesting because the first half of the issue, you're kind of like reading Predator and watching this Predator go on an old hunting mission from way back when, and says, no, you're bringing me back to the planet so that I can go get an engineer for my trophy case, because, that's what Predators do. Predators hunt, and they love a challenge. And this Predator is very ambitious, and he wants that engineer head. And it kind of becomes, like one of those classic, strange bedfellow stories, like a strange pair-up. And it seems like just by leafing through the issue, they kind of end up starting to, work together and get some chemistry together. They run into some trouble down on this planet with some of the various creatures that are down there. And they actually start hunting one of these creatures, or they get attacked by one of these creatures. He has them chained together by some sort of special electrical or laser cord, and they end up doing some good stuff against these beasts. So anyway, if you're a Williamson fan and you like his writing, remember Predator, Fire and Stone. Buy it up. Harley Quinn, number 12, Lego variant cover I decided to go with. It's a team-up, Harley Quinn with Power Girl. If you read the last issue, Power Girl washes ashore in Coney Island, this big Amazon-looking Wonder Woman, but with blonde hair character. Superhero, superpower. And they do like a strange bedfellow team-up. And in this episode, it is just bizarre. This issue is bizarre. They get kind of transported into like a new universe somewhere. They go through some sort of portal. And basically, this is where they end up. Some sort of bizarre planet where there's battle pugs. This is a huge pug. I can't do it. It's reversed in my camera. That is like a huge, like, never-ending story pug. Okay? And then they also encounter a giant piece of supreme pizza, a.k.a. Pizza the Hut style from Spaceballs, as you can see there. There it is, the underbelly of the pizza. Very bizarre, man. I haven't read it yet, but it looks like there's a ton of crazy stuff going on in here. Tons of crazy stuff. And it reminds me of the Harley Quinn, the special issue that just came out, the Scratch and Sniff issue, which had a lot of weed references to it, and a lot of crazy things happening in that. And it's making me wonder, like, did she just smoke some dank? Did she just smoke some, like, dank buds in this? And this is what's going on in here? That she's, like, having some sort of crazy cannabis-induced delusions? I don't know. That would have to be some pretty powerful freaking weed. But anyway, check it out. Harley Quinn, Lego variant cover. I love it. I'm loving these Lego variant covers. Alright. Criminal Macabre, Third Child, miniseries, number 3 of 4. And I don't remember too much of this, but I love the cover. Basically, the world is going to hell. People are rioting everywhere. Monsters and ghouls. There's these little baby cherub creatures that are just wreaking havoc. This issue, I read the first couple pages, and it's kind of like he dug up his old man in the last issue. Like, literally, his father's a corpse, okay? And they just start chewing the fat, having a conversation. Tells him a story about when he was born, his father. And it kind of talks about vulnerability. And how Cal here, who's the main character, is feeling vulnerable. And that he's scared with all that's going on. And that, you know, he's tired. He's tired of fighting this fight against the ghouls. But, you know, it isn't all sappy and lovey-dovey for too long, because check out this. We all hate the media sometimes, right? There's a reporter. One of the ghoulies goes up behind her and takes off her freaking head. Oh, my God. So, pretty graphic stuff in here, man, too. I don't know, man. I like these, like, creepy comics sometimes, you know? We all have our own taste, man. That's why you're going to get a unique flavor on here. Philly Kuts. And then my backlog comic, b.p.r.d, Hell on Earth. I have not read any issue that I've gotten since I started buying this. This is now my 4th issue. From what I understand, a longtime artist of the series, James Herron, is back to do the artwork. He's paired up with Dave Stewart. Dave Stewart is an awesome colorist. He most recently did some work outside of b.p.r.d on Detective Comics, the short 2-issue story arc, The Terminal. And he has some good stuff in here. Some of these panels look really cool, really dark. I always love the dark and detailed panels. Basically, they are in a small town just after they had some big mission in New York City or something, so they kind of think that things will be easy because they're in a small town. Maybe it'd be a more relaxed mission, and it doesn't end up that way. There's some sort of like prehistorical tie-in, something, see woolly mammoths and stuff. Something that happens from way back when, and it is connected to the now. So, pretty interesting tie-in. There's lots of big monsters and ghouls in here. So, I'm going to start reading it. I'm going to actually probably sit down maybe over the weekend and read the whole 4-issue block, because I started buying it, oh God, I don't know, at issue like 122 or something, or 121, and it said it was a good starting point for new readers, so I'm going to go from there. And that's it, people. That's the comic book haul. Now, bonus footage. If you want to end here, I'll see you later. If not, we're going to unbox Batman Beyond Gotham 3. I don't really know what the hell is going to be in here other than some Lego pieces, but I've had some people say yes. Unbox it. So for the Xbox One, Target exclusive. And I usually set up my camera all nice for these, but oh well. It's a work night, man. I don't have as much time. Alright, Batman Beyond Gotham. Here we go. I gotta make sure I don't have any codes. Oh, okay. So literally, you get a 45-piece... You get a 45-piece Batman Batwing. Cool. So I'll probably put this together and then throw up a video of the completed product. Probably throw it up on my camcorder so it'll look nicer. But yeah, literally you get a bonus set. A little bonus 45-piece mini Batwing. Pretty cool, man. It'll be another paperweight on my desk at work. So that's all. That's it. And then, no posters or anything else. Probably keep this box. This is going to be a pretty sweet display box. Kind of takes me back to the old school days of Nintendo when they used to come in these kind of boxes. None of you youngsters remember that. And then here you go. Here's the game. And I doubt in this day and age where they want to push digital downloads on everybody, I doubt that there's going to be any sort of instruction book in here. And if it is, it's going to be black and white. The only company I feel that really puts an effort behind their instruction manuals anymore is Rockstar. Or sometimes Capcom with their Street Fighter stuff. Okay, so what you get in here is a little booklet. But it's in black and white. So you do get a little booklet, advertisement for new DC superheroes, and a black and white instruction manual. So nothing too crazy. There's Batman triumphantly standing on the galactic universe. There he is there. And yeah. So I don't think you guys need to see much more of that. And the disc is different than the cover, which is cool. This is what the disc looks like. So a little variety. Usually the disc is the same as the front cover. Alright guys, so that's been Philly Kuts with an extra long comic book haul video. I'll see you soon, peeps. And be on the lookout soon for live. I'll start streaming live one day my comic book hauls. Ask me in the comment section below about more details. Alright guys, happy reading. Peace.